There is a single phase in gym culture that has destroyed the self esteem of an entire generation. Bro, you are not even looking built. You work out consistently for 6 months, eat clean, hit your protein target, and look in the mirror feeling proud of your progress, and then step out of the gym and post a photo online, and some random guy casually says, "You have been going to gym for a year?" Does not really look like it. In that single second, all your hard work feels worthless. You stop looking at how far you have come and start staring at what you don't have. And here is the dark reality of where that insecurity leads. Teenagers who are just 16 and 17 years old now are hopping on dangerous anabolic steroids. Teens, especially teens, they are treating hardcore performance enhancing drugs like they are just flavored whey protein. Why? Not because they want to be professional bodybuilders, but because they are desperately trying to silence the voice of people telling them that their natural progress is not enough. The fundamental problem with modern fitness judgment is that society only measures your current level, it completely ignores your starting point. Imagine two people running a race to city 10 kilometers away. Person A starts just 1 kilometer outside the city line. Person B starts 10 kilometer back in the mountains. If a person A reaches the city fast, does it mean the person B did not put in the effort? Of course not. Person B had to trek through miles of rough terrain just to reach the baseline. It's exact same thing in natural bodybuilding. If a guy starts out skinny fat at the score of minus 2 out of 10 and after 2 years of consistency training he results a solid score of plus 2, that is a massive 4-point leap of hard earned muscle and discipline. But because society compares him to someone who naturally walked up to the gym with broad shoulders and a score of plus 5 on day 1, they tell him your body is not building. They don't see the mountain he had climbed just to stand on the ground. We are living through an era of extreme inflation. Go back to look at the movie icons from 90s. Actors like Salman Khan or Sunny Deol in their prime. Back then, those physiques were considered the absolute peak of human conditioning in cinema. People looked at them with awe today. If a natural lifter posts a physique like that's on social media today, teenagers in the comment will mock them saying, "Bro, I can build that in 3 months with no training." Why has our perception gotten so wrapped? Because fake natural influencers blasted with heavy gear have created an illusion. They claim to be 100% natural while carrying 200 pounds of shredded muscle with single digit body fat year round. They have inflated society's expectation to a point where a healthy, impressive natural physique is now labeled as average or dad bod. You are trying to measure your real and natural reality against an artificial, photoshopped lie. Here is the hard biological truth that gear dealers will never tell you. Steroids can increase the size of your muscle fibers, but they cannot change your skeleton. Your muscle insertions, your calvic width, your hip bone diameter, your waist ratio, and your height are permanently locked into your DNA. They cannot take enough drugs to change your bone structure. You could blast every pound on the planet, but if your waist is naturally wide and your collarbone are narrow, you will never look like a hyper aesthetic fitness model with ultra sharp V taper. You will just become a bigger, wider version of yourself, and you might ruin your heart, liver, and hormone production in this process. Stop trying to force your genetics to look like someone's highlight reel. You don't have their insertions, you don't have their frame, and risking your long term health just to change a waist to shoulder ratio that is hard coded by your genetics is absolute madness. If you want to build a physique that lasts a lifetime, you have to radically change the metric you use to measure success. Stop comparing your body to a guy next to you and start comparing your body exclusive to the person you were 6 months ago. Did your strength give up? Did your healthier? Is your energy higher? Do you move better? If the answer is yes, then you are winning. Fitness is not a 100-meter sprint to get superficial praise from strangers on internet. The ultimate goal of natural lifting is longevity. The goal is to be 80 or 90, moving with strength, playing with your grandchilds, and living without chronic pain, and absolutely looking fit. When you zoom out and look at health from a 50-year perspective, taking shortcuts that wrecks your organ just to look big for 2 summers is the foolish deal you could ever make. Stop letting ignorant comments dictate your self-worth. You start pointing is unique. Your genetic blueprint is yours alone, and every bit of your natural muscle you build is the badge of discipline, honor. Protect your health, stay consistent, ignore the noise, and keep building for life. And I will see you in the next one.